top.
Yeah.
And the guy's like, oh, this just happened since yesterday. That did not just happen since yesterday. But what we did was, in lieu of medications, we salted. We gave him a salt bath, and we put him in the same water. We drained it out of the tank and put it in the tub, and we gave him a salt bath of a high concentration salt.
Yep.
And then we put him back up into his water and salted his water at a lower concentration. The next morning, he was almost completely, at least halfway clear of all that fungus.
Yeah.
So I don't know what you guys are talking about, but I know we're live right now.
Yeah.
Oh, are we?
So you guys are tuning in to Stay Fishy Friday. It is 2 minutes before 7. We decided to get it started a little bit earlier. So here we are. Let's start getting these questions rolling in.
Yep.
All right, to give everyone a few minutes here.
Sorry we started so late with the thumbnail and the gathering of people. But, we're just doing a million things at once around here. It's crazy. We got fish outside acclimating right now, and we had to stop that to come in here and do this, and it's just nonstop. Tracy just got home from the grocery store. Hi, Trace.
Hi.
Hi, Tracy.
Hi.
Lean in here and say hi to everybody.
Hi, everybody.
Okay. So now on tonight's show, what are we going to talk about?
Whatever people want to ask about.
Last week I was here by myself, and all I did was answer questions, and the conversation went a little left of fishy.
Well, it's not going to happen this time.
We talked about guitars, we talked about all kinds of different things, but nobody wanted to talk fish. And there was nothing I could do. I was by myself, it was rough.
All right, someone asked if we decorated the tanks today. No, didn't decorate no tanks today.
No tanks got decorated, but we did just put out a video today of decorating the OFR behind the scenes. We decorated a tree in the house and all that kind of stuff. It's on the internet for everyone to see.
No, there's no predator pond tonight. We're still waiting. The satellite that came in would not hook to our system, so we have to buy another satellite. Someone said I have an indoor pool pond and some beautiful fish that need rehoming. If they need to be rehomed, you can get a hold of myself or Big Rich over here. We would be more than happy to help.
And by the way, tonight we have Matt's Monster Fish joining us.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Drove, 3.5 hours?
You guys remember him. He's the one who said on that video that I'm the ultimate fish keeper.
No, I don't remember that video at all, guys.
Anyways, he's joining us tonight, so let's all say hi to Matt. How you doing, Matt?
Yeah, thanks for having me.
All right. Someone asked if we do small fish as well.
Of course.
Yes, we did a video showcasing Pittsburgh the Puffer and the guppies. Those,
Right.
I think,
We took them guppies in as a rescue. There was like 300 of them. And I was giving out all of the juveniles and babies and keeping the adults to have more babies so that when kids come over, I can give them out, guppies and at least give away fish all the time, even if we don't have any. We always have guppies because they keep having babies.
Someone's asking, what are some of the most valuable freshwater fish in the world? Now, that is an objective question. It cannot be subjective at all because everyone puts their own value on, a fish. So I would have to say it would have to be some sort of color morph of a rare fish. So, like a platinum, Wiki catfish or a platinum Niger or a platinum arapaima, something of that nature.
A platinum black diamond stingray.
Those have yet to. Actually, there is a couple because platinums are technically leucistics, and I know a guy who actually bought a leucistic black diamond ray, and he's actually breeding them right now. But
Talking about Kevin Y.
that's one of two.
Stingray Biology. Yeah.
Yep.
He's got the best products around.
I've gotten a few stingrays off of him.
Wait, you have stingrays?
I just had babies.
And how did they turn out?
They look beautiful.
How many did you have?
I had one. One was a stillborn, so I had one that come out perfect.
That means
big,
she's young
healthy.
yet. That's her first baby.
First batch. Yeah.
Yeah, that usually happens. It happened to us, so it happens. As she goes by her third time, she'll drop like 4 to 8.
I don't know if you guys just caught that, but Matt just said he just had a baby. He's looking pretty fit over here for just dropping a child.
Adele, how you doing?
She chimed in with the $3 super chat. She said, as always, sending love from Australia. Good day.
Oh,
Good day to you, Adele.
love our Australian crowd.
And we appreciate the super chat.
Definitely, Adele. Thank you so much. What else we got here?
Have you seen some saltwater batfish? Yes, we've actually owned them in the past when we had a saltwater tank. Our biggest tank was 110 gallon, but we did have a batfish. They are pretty awesome. What fish should I get for my 75 gallon? I'm going to let Matt answer that over here.
Pretty much any fish that stays under, I'd say 8 or 9 inches. You know, with a 75 gallon, you can't really have any monster fish unless it's a grow.
Well, actually, you can have them in there. My rule of thumb is if the tank's 18 inches thick, which is a 75 gallon,
Right.
if it's 18 inches thick, the fish shouldn't reach 18 inches in
No.
there. They can still turn around if they're 18 inches long. It's just getting harder for them, and it's like you being in a jail cell.
Exactly.
So if you can get it to 12 inches on an 18-inch tank, and then upgrade the tank, that's nice and humane.
Yeah.
So someone's asking how much would you be able to sell that baby stingray for? Now, granted, in today's market, a Matoro Black Diamond Hybrid, I've seen go for as high as 400, but most likely about 250 or so, depending on quality and how her colors develop, of course.
If they take after the
father, the mother,
right, the black diamond, they look more black
Yeah,
diamond with
see,
a little brown in it.
My females turned out like the dad, so
Okay.
I mean, it's black.
You can get a little more
diamond
for it
through and
then,
through. Right.
You know.
all right.
What is your favorite fish? We
I
get
was
asked
just
that
reading
every
it.
week.
Yeah.
I would have to say right now it is Brutus because he's growing so fast. He's just reached 4 foot and he's about yay big around. So he's growing really fast. He's my favorite. I go outside and I go to him first. I feed him first. I am interested in seeing him, you know. So I feed him probably 4 or 5 times a day, and he's my favorite right now.
Adele chimed back in with, it's warming up down here. We want winter back. Well, it's getting cold up here. We want summer back.
Right. Our pond just froze over for the first time last night. Left about 8 foot by the waterfall, unfroze, but the rest of it was froze over.
Oh, we've got Quincy Estep just chimed in with a $50 super chat. Thank you very
Oh
much,
my
Quincy.
God! Thank you, Quincy.
He asked, when is the Pacu tank going to be up and running?
Well,
That-
it's in the room now. It's sitting on rollers. We have to. It depends because we just got that 500-gallon tank. We've got so much in the works. That's on the back burner right now. We needed to get it in from out of the cold for the winter. So now the 1,000-gallon, the 2,000-gallon, and the 500-gallon cube we just picked up are all just sitting there. I have to build stands for all of them. We have a stand being built from Stephen Conroe. He's one of our good buddies from SC Aquatics. He's actually donating and his time and effort in building the stand for us. So me and Josh are going to have to build wood stands for the 2,000 and the 1,000, but we need a sunny, warm-ish day outside. It's cold and snowy and sleety and rainy lately, so we're not going to get to building that stand unless it's kind of warm.
We will probably end up getting the 1,000-gallon stand built and the 700 stand built because we can build them in the pool room and then carry them around. But to build that 2,000 stand, that's a pretty big stand. So we would want to do that outside. So most likely springtime. We're waiting until after the holidays to get back to work and setting up more tanks and whatnot.
Yeah.
So that'll at least be to January. Say we get big project done each month. And, you know, it'll take us into March when it starts letting up on the temperatures.
Right. We have a lineup of rescues, out-of-state rescues I've got to get onto pretty soon. So we're going to be busy for the next couple months. Someone asked, what's Big Rich's birthday? That would be September 3rd. Every year it's the same, September 3rd. If you had an unlimited budget, what fish would you buy and why? Unlimited budget.
I wouldn't buy no fish. I'd buy tanks.
Right. Dolphin Products has that. It's 35 foot long, 8 foot tall, and 16 foot wide fiberglass enclosure, and it's $3,000 to add a window. Well, there's 4 panels you can add windows. So another 12,000 to add all the windows to it. That's the first tank I would buy. So 35 foot long, 8 foot tall, 16 foot from front to back, and then I would start with. Well, hell, I'd have to go down to Florida and smack Rod around and get him to sell me some of his albino fish and his arapaima and buy him out of business. Let him do the what do you call that? The importing stuff.
So someone just chimed in and asked, can you all buy me a pacu? The answer is absolutely not. But we have pacu that we rescued, and we would love to rehome them if you have a home for them. If you have a pond big enough,
100% off, completely free right now.
Christmas special.
that is one of our biggest fish that we rescue. We get a bunch of them in because so many people get them in, can't care for them, and they send them our way. So we have pacu on hand all the time. So don't ever go and buy a pacu. Stop by the rescue and pick up your lovely pacu.
If they're small enough, we get a bunch of 6 to 8 inches in all the time, and people can take that and grow them out for a year or so, and then bring them back to us. That takes the load off our shoulders. We can rehome them as smaller fish, but as larger fish, it's hard to find them a home. So that works out all the time. It's Friday and nobody has a beer in their hand. They don't know about the alcohol in your cup. Hey, Tracy.
Alrighty. We got New Laws 989 chimed in with a $2 super chat. He said, love from all the employees at Nahacki's Aquarium in Florida. Oh,
Nice.
Aquarium in Florida. We haven't been in contact with one of them yet.
Right.
If you guys are ever needing fish, get a hold of us. We do drive down there every now and again.
Every year for the Monster Fish Bash, we're down there.
Didn't want to say that.
Why? Every year we're in Florida. So this year I think we're going to do an extra 3 or 4 days down there so we can go fishing for some invasive species. And I'd like to drive down there instead of fly so I can bring some of these home. Because if you catch an invasive
Not the
species...
invasive, though. Those are illegal.
No. The invasive species you catch in the canals, you're not allowed to put them back in the water. You can take them, and if you're allowed to have them in your state, you can take them with you. You're just not allowed to put them back in the water. Like snakeheads, I can't bring home; they're illegal everywhere. But clown knives, gar, what else? All kinds of cichlids are down there.
A lot of Oscars.
Yeah, there's all kinds of fish down there.
Question for Matt: what is your favorite fish?
Oh man, that's easy. Stingrays, freshwater stingrays. That is what the ultimate fish keeper keeps.
That's why I have 30 of them.
Okay, Josh Santos says, is Big Rich and Tracy married? Rich's Facebook says he's single with a lot of pics with women. Okay, here's the deal. I've been with Tracy.
I'm joking. Go ahead.
Been with Tracy for 33 years. We got together, we got married young, and got divorced in 95. Been with her since. We're still not remarried, and there was a time where she lived elsewhere for a couple of years, and a lot of the pictures were her girlfriends hanging out here, that kind of stuff. So that's how that goes down. It just, people think all this stuff in their head, but we're not married. I am single. How single am I, Tracy?
Oh,
Come on, tell the camera.
not too single.
Not too single?
No, I got a leash on.
You do not have a leash on me. Let's get that clear right now.
Beer and beeps. I love the comment. What's the best place to buy large acrylic panels to build monster tanks? The cheapest place would probably have to be glasscages.com. You can buy acrylic by the thickness, by the square foot. So if you want a 10 by 4 panel, they give you a price of, say, for 1.5 inches, $32 a square foot. So you do the math there, you calculate the price. But on top of that, you have to pay shipping costs. So
here's the next little thing I'm going to let you in on. Any bank in your city that's closing down, they are not allowed to reuse the glass panels. So they're 4 foot by 8 foot panels in front of the entrance to the banks. Them are always bulletproof glass. They're 1 inch at least thick of acrylic. They're great panels to use for wood builds. I always keep my eye open for them. That's a great little secret right there.
K-Stu said Quincy with the $50 donation.
Trace, this has to be plugged in.
He said, wow, thanks for being awesome. I just wanted to highlight that because, yes, you are awesome.
Then.
We've got people in here from Holland,
No,
UK, Australia, all over the earth. Oh, we've got Hong Kong.
Right here. Try them plugs.
All right.
You see a light on it?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we've got some people complaining about the fire alarm beeping in there. I've grown so
Perfect.
accustomed to it. I will actually fix that tonight, but I love your guys' little drinking game. That's kind of funny. It's actually
Every time the fire alarm beeps, they get to drink.
It's actually hooked up to an ADT security system, and it's wired in. So we have to go into the ADT system and fix the actual fire alarm.
Let's tell them the exact reason. It's telling me that 2 entrances are low battery. That's what the beeping's for, not the fire alarm. But it makes that little chirp like that. We've forgotten about it. We never hear it no more, but you guys are hearing it. I bought new batteries. They're lithium batteries, 5-year batteries, and I put them in, and it still reads low battery. I don't know if there's some sort of reset you have to do on the unit to start a new battery thing or what, but I bought new batteries, put them in, and it's still beeping low battery. So we've lived with it. I took a wash rag, folded it up, and I taped it over the speaker hole to glide it down.
His buddy's in town, and he's supposed to be fixing it tomorrow, if that happens.
Would you be willing to donate a 300-gallon tank?
Okay.
If we have a spare 300-gallon tank,
Let me answer that.
Okay.
Any tank that we have that we are going to donate, we post on Ohio Fish Rescue. So if you ever see a tank up there, we actually donated a 300-gallon DAS aquarium before. And didn't that come down to you at one point, right by you? There was a buddy down in Dayton. He picked it up. I think it was John Buchanan.
Mm-hmm.
He picked it up. He didn't do the project.
That clock keyhole tank?
Yep.
Yeah, that was 300 gallon, and it was a leaker. We had fixed it we had it for like 10 years, fixed it 3 times. This time we had a bigger tank wanting to put in its place. So when it started leaking, I offered it for free on OFR. John Buchanan picked it up, and then he sold it to somebody, and then they fixed it, and we haven't heard nothing from it since.
Alrighty, we just got in another $5 super chat from Brian Fasano. He said, shout out from Sacramento, much love to the OFR fam.
Well, thank you.
Much love to you, brother, too.
Yes. Courtney's House of Chaos. Now, when you come here in Burton, Michigan, what is the best way to get my red-tailed catfish out because the weather is cold? Just hold off on that because both Burton, Michigan and Pennsylvania are set up for right after the holidays. I might be coming all the way to you, Courtney, because I've got 3 other stops for fish in real close to Burton, Michigan. So I might be coming all the way to you and pick your fish up. You won't have to meet me. If it comes down to you have to meet me, I'll then talk to you about it and email you, and we'll talk over the phone and figure out the best way to do things. But it's looking like I'm coming all the way to your city. So hold off on that for a while.
Someone just chimed in and asked if we own an Umbi. We do not own an Umbi now, but at one point in our life, we had one of the largest Umbis in the United States, and we actually had it in. It was a 22-inch Umbi, and it was a 24-inch Dovine.
Beautiful.
And someone said that you can't have a Dovine and Umbi in the same tank. Well, you guys know here at Ohio Fish Rescue, we're known for doing the unspeakable, but we put them both in the 4,400-gallon tank.
And lived for, 2 years like that?
Yeah, so being such a big tank, they just stayed to their own corners and left each other's either be. So, they didn't care about each other being in the tank, and everyone was so, mind boggled and starstruck. And those were back in the days of monster fish keepers when we were running the forums for a long time.
Right.
We just got Bev Kenny chimed in with a $10 super chat. Thank you very much. Next question.
Thank you, Beth. Appreciate it. It definitely helps, especially Christmas time, because we give the fish extra and special food and kind of stuff like that.
So I've been, speaking of Christmas, I've been thinking of some sort of Christmassy fish snack that I could bake or make, and I'm coming up with nothing. So if you guys got ideas.
The Pacu will eat anything.
Well, at Halloween time, I've got a recipe to make little skull candies for fish that they actually come up and eat.
You're gonna make somebody a good wife someday.
We'll make
son.
that clear. It says you guys
I'm
ran
gonna push you away from
monster
the live stream.
What is de facto? So Big Rich and Tracy are de facto?
I don't know what that is. So we just got Hong Biter chimed in with a $5 super chat. Thank you very much. He said, I love the rescue. I've actually texted with Josh, helping me identify a type of pictus catfish. You guys are a credit to the hobby. Hope to see you soon. I remember you, and if anyone ever chimes in with needing help, we always try our best to help out and answer your questions. We might not always get to them in the timeliest manner because we have hundreds of people trying to message us a day. Sometimes things get buried, but we are bringing new people on board to try and help weed through them questions, and we try and do our best to answer them.
Ariel Smith says, Tracy, I'd wife you up. It's crazy how much a person can know about fish and any questions you have about them. Tracy,
I'm not calling you mommy, so you better get out of here with that one.
That's funny.
Wait a minute, there's a comment here that just caught my eye. We got Maverick Graber just chimed in and said that's what makes Josh the best fish keeper.
That's an opinion.
But you still have that video?
Yeah, it's on my phone somewhere.
Okay, go ahead and go to that video and show it on camera because Matt's sitting right here.
It's all electronically made.
No,
I somehow
it's
made my
not.
mouth move to the words. I don't know what they're talking about.
Would a 600-gallon pond be big enough for a pacu? That would entirely depend on the dimensions of a pond. You could have a pond that's 2 foot deep and it can be large footprints. It
1
could,
foot from front to back and 12 foot wide. It needs to be bigger, the larger footprint, the front to back and the side to side. It can be only 20 inches as long as it's 8 foot by 4 foot. Then it's good for a pacu. Sorry for taking over. For
No,
you.
you're good. So we got people chiming in with what to make for the fish treats, so I will definitely take note of them.
Rick Gill says, no beer tonight, all vodka?
Well,
Yes, Rick, that's what Josh is drinking. That's a full cup of vodka. He's just getting started.
we got someone chimed in said, will Matt have a new video in the next 6 months?
I don't know about the next 6 months, maybe 8 or 9. In all
Nice.
seriousness, though, I'm posting one tomorrow, so you guys will get your fix.
No, he's not. He's spending the night, so he will not wake up with a
Oh,
hangover.
it's already done. It's waiting to go
Okay.
in the morning, so you guys are good. It's about the baby stingray that I just had, so if you guys want to watch that, it'll be uploaded in the morning.
Nice. I'll watch that.
Alrighty. He said, oh, he speaks.
Hey, I'm the only moderator in the chat right now. I don't see anybody else, so I got to go through all of these comments and make sure that they're all appropriate for you
Nice.
guys.
Thank you, Matt.
Yeah.
Some love from London. Thank you.
Alrighty.
Pacu tank right after the holidays. We're going to try on that. Vodka no chaser. That's right, Adele. He's the man. New video idea. Big Rich and Tracy get remarried inside the 58,000 gallon pond. That would be a great video, but I'm not remarrying her until she begs me.
Until I get a platinum Arapaima. Make
There we
it
go.
happen and I'll make it happen.
Okay, that'll work.
Someone chimed in and said, I love what you guys do. I can't wait to see the Pacu tank set up and running. Well, neither can we, but it will take a little bit of time. It will happen in the next
2 months.
4 months.
4 months, okay.
So I'm guessing March by, if we build the stand, March 10th, the Pacu tank will be set up by March 11th, maybe, if we're that good.
Ariel says, dang, Rick chimes in. She knows Rick Gill. Rick Gill used to, if you guys don't remember, used to be the roadie in my band, Third Degree. And he used to carry our equipment. I mean, we'd go and I had 8,000 watts of PA system. I had 4 huge speaker cabinets and he'd have to carry. Then the band equipment. Usually bands only carried, the guitarist carried his stack, bassist carried his stack, drummer carried theirs. but we had a whole PA system and lighting show. We played all the bars that didn't have that, so we played all 4 hours, and Rick carried everything.
Alrighty, we just got K Quaha chimed in with the $5 super chat. They said, "Hi Betty, hope you're loving your new life. Thanks guys for taking great care of her and all the fish in your care. You're amazing."
She's a joy to take care of.
Well, if you guys didn't know, actually, you might know. Yeah, one of the videos that just came out, we added the 2 true black pacu in there, and they are olive green. And she got a few friends, so now she's swimming with 3 other pacu. And once we're ready, we will be adding, 4 more in with her, the 3 albinos and the other red belly.
Yeah.
And then we just got Hong Biter chimed back in with another $2 super chat. He said, "Thanks for the shout out, guys. You're very welcome. Thanks for the super chats."
Zucchini or cucumbers for African cichlids? I've never done that. I put that in for all the plecos. Yeah.
Plecos.
Plecos.
So
He's saying pleco with a Y.
but you just said pleco.
You did.
I just said pleco.
I said pleco.
You said pleco. Rewind
We can
it.
play this game all day.
Yes, we can. But technically, if you want to live by the English language, and you want to get into all the phonetics and all that, if you spell Pleco, it could be technically sounded out as pleco, but that only comes in because it's spelled out plecostomus. And if you want to get into it, I actually got a good video idea on the whole term of pleco, because that only refers to one species of the catfish family of all the L species, and the species name is plecostomus. No other pleco is named plecostomus, so I could actually do a whole video on that and explain that whole thing. So
Just your pseudacanthicus back there, serratus. They're not plecos,
Yeah.
but they're plecos. People see that look, and that's a pleco. Period. That's what they think. My African cichlids love cucumbers. I'll have to try that. That'd be a lot less messier than all this cichlid food that I'm putting in there, because the tank goes cloudy every time. I've got like 300 cichlids in there, and I have to throw in 2 big handfuls of food every day. It goes cloudy for about an hour and a half, and then it goes back clear.
So someone chimed in and said, "I think my dad used to buy fish from you guys back in the day, Cleveland, Ohio." That is more than likely. We used to be big in the hobby. We used to buy and sell a lot of fish. we used to buy out people's whole fish rooms, pet stores. So we used to get in a lot of fish. We used to get rid of a bunch, and that was long before the rescue was thought about. But even still today, I still, dabble in buying imports because I like to farther my own collection, because we are still hobbyists at heart. Just tonight, I traded Matt's Monster Fish, our baby dwarf caiman that I spent a bunch of money on, and he fell in love with it, so he wanted to take the caiman home. So I traded him for a bunch of his fish, which you guys will actually see in the video coming up. I think they're pretty awesome fish. I'm not going to spill the beans, though.
I want to know who robbed who in the trade.
I don't think no one.
I think we both got a pretty fair deal out of it. It's
You know
pretty
the
good value.
dwarf caimans are $500-600 in the pet store.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Well, 600 now. I've never
And
seen it
then,
for 5.
and then I gave him the tank with him. I gave him a little vivarium, the
Yeah, they
gravel,
hooked me
the
up,
lights,
for
the
sure.
heating lamp, the lighted rock.
So
So
you threw
the
in
plastic
gravel for
divider.
free?
not the plastic divider, but I am giving him a vivarium that looks like it. It's just all stone.
It's made out of stone.
Yeah.
I just bought these 2. They were $150 a piece, and we bought 2 to make it this long. So we're gonna keep that one and give him another one, which you guys will probably see a video on that soon. I'm guessing, maybe.
6-7 months,
Possibly.
maybe.
Jim Will says, no, we're not on Matt's time. Jim Will says, anyone have tips on ick? That's a stage of torn fins? Actually not. But do I treat with ick medicine or medicine or general cure? Jim, we cure all of our ick by turning the temperature up to 85 degrees and adding salt. You can still kill the cure or cure the ick without salt just by turning the temperature up to 85 degrees for 2 weeks. And ick will die off. It cannot live airborne in that. You can't kill the ick spores that are on the fish, but that's a 7-day life cycle. So you turn up the heat, the spores fall off the fish, and then they have millions of babies. They all die in the water because it's so hot. And the cycle does not continue.
There we
So
go.
heat is how we cure ick. We keep our pool at 84 degrees. We keep our water in the fish room at 80 degrees. And if we ever do get ick, which we hardly ever do anymore because of our quarantine system, our quarantine tanks go up to 85. And that's how we do it. Very simple.
All right.
No medication.
So Santa over here, he's screaming thug life, but we just got a comment on there. He said Santa looking like Bernie's. From
Oh my God,
Weekend
that's
at
hilarious. Of the Don, that's funny. Good job on that one.
All right, we just got Stephen Conroe in the house.
Hey,
Chimed
Steven,
in.
how you doing, brother? Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, buddy.
So he just chimed in with a $2 super chat. Everyone in the comments, wish him a happy birthday. He's also the one that's donating that 500-gallon stand that we were
He's
discussing
making
earlier.
the steel stand. That's him right there.
So make him feel special on his special day.
Y'all need a giant snakehead tank. I wish, brother. I wish.
Actually, if I had snakehead, I would do giant snakeheads, and then I would do the Channa Barca. They are so beautiful.
Oh yeah, there's a
But
million different varieties. And they're
Snakeheads
beautiful.
are illegal. They are an invasive species underneath the Lacey Act. They are illegal in all 50 states of the United States. Can't have them.
Hey Tracy, want
Yes.
to take care of my snakehead?
Wish I could beep that out. Jesus.
I'm talking to fish. If they were legal here, she'd be taking care of them. But where's your mind? Your mind's in the gutter.
I've known you for 24 years.
It doesn't cost nothing.
Been watching you guys since before the pool pond. Keep up the good work. Your work has been truly inspiring. I now
Thank
have
you.
5 aquariums, and I'm looking at building my first pool pond.
Nice.
So if you're getting into pool ponds, go back and watch the pool pond video for do's and don'ts. You can learn a bunch. There are ways to make them last longer, and I showcase them in the video.
Yes, and even people that have dealt with pool ponds forever have to change them out once a year, once every other year. We have a pond now in our fish room that's 14 foot by 8,
7 by 14.
7 by 14 by 30 inches tall or 33, and it has probably more than 50 patches in it. And every couple of days a new leak starts. Patches are starting to come off. We bought a new pool, and that's going to be one of our upcoming videos, is us swapping out this pool and taking all the fish out, putting them in a temporary thing, putting a new pool up, hooking it back to our system, plumbing it in, putting the filter back in it, and then setting up new and then moving our fish back.
Well, now
It is
they
a
don't-
hassle.
Well, now they don't need to watch the video. They know what happens.
Sure they do.
Alrighty, someone just chimed in, said, what happens when the fish get too big for the indoor pool pond? Olympic size indoor pool. Actually, this is technically half Olympic size, I think.
I don't know. It's 25 by 45.
But for one, I don't think any of these fish will ever outgrow the
No.
pool pond. But we have been thinking we need to build something bigger. Because, there's a couple people on YouTube who are, dabbling and getting these big tanks, 16,000, 3,000, all these things. And there's people building big block ponds. So we're thinking we need to do another fish room edition, or we need to build a big, 50,000 gallon koi pond, maybe a new monster pond. I don't know. It's just an idea right now.
We're definitely doing something. Ariel Smith says, can you really swim in the pool pond with all them fish? Ariel, I got to say this. Go back and watch our videos. We have us swimming with the monsters. We go in there all the time. I have underwater footage. I have us swimming in there. I have the fish eating. I went in at nighttime and fed fish with my bare hands where they attacked me. So you'll never see that again because I'm not making that video again. But watch our videos.
So someone just asked, do you put beer and chips for Santa's big night? No, but if Santa's sneaking in our house, on that big night, we're leaving fish food out because he's going to feed them fish so we don't have to. I wonder how big does a Severum cichlid get? The biggest one that we've had was probably about 10, 11
10,
inches.
11 inches, yeah.
Yeah.
About 8 inches tall. Yeah, pretty big. Bree Rodriguez says, is Josh single? Yes, he is.
No, I'm not.
You're not single no more?
No.
You were just single last week. What happened?
Snooze, you lose.
You know what happened.
Oh my goodness.
Sorry, everyone.
Josh is not single there at the moment. I'm sorry, I thought he was. He don't tell me nothing. I don't know. I'm just his dad. Was it one of the girls from last Friday's show asking about you? No? Everyone found out Josh was single and someone asked Josh to marry her and all kinds of things. Does the soap on your body harm the fish? Anybody that's coming over going swimming in the tank, we have them rinse off. But I'm thinking the deodorant would do more damage than the soap. Soap leaves maybe a real fine little film. Deodorant is caked on you. I'm thinking the shampoo and conditioner in your hair might do more, but it's such a big pool. It ain't like we have 50 to 100 people swimming in there. There's 1 or 2 people swimming, and it's 58,000 gallons it gets diluted by. So we've never had a problem with it yet, but I have thought about that.
All right. So everyone asking, no, nobody slid into the DMs. Actually, that is a lie. So someone posted a comment on a certain Christmas video, and we had some.
Wait a minute. I just said, there goes Joshy on his knees getting the work done. Oh, I better not say that. Joshy is down on the floor trying to get this work done, and we're setting up our tree because I don't want no adverse YouTube comments. And then they just poured in.
Yeah, so I had some unusual DMs from that. They found me on Facebook, Instagram, even Twitter. But
those gay guys, they get around, so they're all over you.
Alrighty. But someone was asking, is it a new girl? No, it is not. Let's get back to the fish questions, everyone.
If it's not a new girl, then it would have to be the girl you broke up with.
Mm-hmm.
You broke up with her and now you're back with her?
Mm-hmm.
You don't tell me nothing.
You ate dinner with her the other night.
She just visited. You broke up with her a few weeks ago and she just visited, I thought. So you're back together?
Something like that.
All right, let's change the subject.
Ariel says she's coming swimming tomorrow. Well, you come on over, Ariel. I have people coming in from California tomorrow, and they'd love to see a girl swimming in the pool. Come on over.
Someone asked if we can take a northern pike. We absolutely can. Bring it on over. Someone asked, where did you get that tree? I like how all the lights work, Big Rich. Where'd you get it from?
That
Answer
came from
him right now. Answer him.
Came from J.C. Penney. It has a remote control. You can change all the modes. It's really nice. I like it.
What, it was like 200
$170.
Oh, there you go.
And it's a 7-foot tree. They have the same tree in 9 foot, but it's like 230.
So someone said girls just don't visit. What happened to the blue iridescent shark that you rescued?
The blue iridescent shark is in the pond, the 58,000 gallon pond. We had the albino one in there first, and the blue one had cloudy eye really bad from the trip, so he stayed in the 700 gallon. We put the albino in there, and then overnight, the 2 platinum guards was going after the albino iridescent. So she got a little bloody on her fins, on her side fins, and we took her back out, put her into the pool pond, or the pool inside the fish room, and then about 2 weeks later, the cloudy eye got cleared up on the blue iridescent, and we put him into the 58,000 gallon. So now with our 2 original dark blues, there's a light blue one in there. That's the one that came from Pat. The albino is still inside the fish room into the pool. She's healed up enough, but I want to be able to put her in there like in the morning and watch the fish and make sure nobody bothers her. I'm going to try it again, but I don't want her to get hurt. You know, she's lived a hard life, and I want her to just enjoy. Right now, she's in a pool where there's just stingrays in there, and nobody bothers her.
Alrighty. How many fish do you get roughly a week? That is different on a weekly basis. Sometimes we'll
Definitely.
get 2, sometimes we'll get 200. So, I mean, each week is a different adventure. in itself. So, you know,
Sometimes
all
we get
depends.
monsters. Sometimes we get little babies. Sometimes we get goldfish. I mean, it's different every day.
Rich wants to be a grandpa. He's been pressuring me for grandkids since I was 18. It's been 6 years now.
I miss my boys being young. They used to, hang onto my leg, and Daddy was Superman, and everything I did, he'd hand me tools. I loved them at that small age. When they get attitudey like this and want their own space, they're not as cute. You know what I'm saying? So I can't wait for grandkids. I really can't. Plus, it's going to show him how he was when he was young.
So someone asked if we ever feed our fish live food. No, we don't. We try and feed non-live. If we ever have to feed live, they're in a quarantine tank to where we feed them live until we get them off of live, because live food brings in a lot of disease, bacteria, just a lot of stuff you don't want.
Yeah. We got a message here to make the other guy talk.
I'm moderating, making sure you guys don't see anything nasty. So, I got a big job.
He's making it pleasant for you guys. Alrighty. Last live stream, you said you will play guitar for us.
Oh my God, you said that. I did not set up no guitar rig, nothing. Sorry.
I do have video footage though.
But tonight we did plan on, Matt finishing up that video and maybe posting it for you guys.
There we go.
can
There
see
you
it.
go.
Yeah.
That was the last time I was drinking.
So-
You caught me drinking, and you posted it the next day. I was like, get that off the internet. How dare you?
So he's a little bit, camera shy when it comes to the guitar. You got to get a few drinks in him, and he's like, hey, let's play guitar. And he doesn't care.
How do I go?
Replay the video.
That Kitty says, I can relate to that, Rich. I miss my girls being little. Yes, they're just so much more adorable. I was such a good father when my boys, I had 3 boys, and they were so little, and, they just did everything with me. I've never even had a babysitter. My kids did everything with me, and, all my life. And what, Trace? And, I miss them being little. I can't even explain to my kids how fun it was raising them, And then I can't wait for them to have kids, because seriously, that took me, I was heading down the wrong way in life. My dad threw me out when I was 15. I was living under a bridge in Florida. I mean, things were bad, and I was going to end up in jail. Having kids and getting with Tracy is what saved my life and turned me around, and I was all into the father thing. I haven't done, things wrong in years because of my kids. I got to be there for them, I love them.
All right. Adele chimed in, said Matt and Josh whispering and giggling like schoolgirls.
Somebody's asking if Matt's single.
Matt is 100%
Matt is single.
single.
I'm glad you guys are able to
And,
answer to that.
Now there's also
You've been here
somebody
27
asking-
times and you've never brought a girl.
Nope. They're
So,
trouble.
ladies, slide them DMs. He has big fish. So
You know what they say.
Oh my God.
So we got GWS 1980 chimed in with a $10 super chat. Thank you very much. And they said, do you guys know of any ick treatment that is safe with aquatic turtles in the tank? That is funny because I was just about to answer that question. I seen it, but I was waiting. I'm going in order. But yes, there are plenty out there that you can put in. We use microbe lift, broad spectrum disease
Not for
treatment.
ick only. For ick, all we use is heat.
Well, yes, but they're asking for ick treatment. So if you want to go that route, we have put them in with aquatic turtles and microbe lift broad spectrum disease treatment. We've put
That's
it
a
in with
broad
aquatic
spectrum,
turtles.
and it's a great medicine. It does work with turtles, but I would just turn up the heat. The turtles can handle the 85 degrees. Leave the heat up for 2 weeks, and you don't have to buy no medicine. Perfect.
Somebody was asking about the 3,000 gallon build and if we have a video on it.
Go on Facebook, our 501c3 group. Go over to what is it?
Videos.
No, there's a thing for files, and under files will be the 3,000 gallon build. Somewhere in there, you'll see all the post about it, and it is build from day one, what materials we used, how we built it, how
What
we
2x4s,
framed it,
how we nailed it, everything.
everything, step by step. It is on there. Go find it. But we'll be building new tanks here soon, and we will showcase a video around it. And we've actually learned from our own mistakes, and we will be doing it differently in the future. So we try and have everyone else learn from our mistakes as well.
Southern Badger says, "Marry me, Matt." Matt has, how old's your boy?
9 years old.
And you have full custody.
Yeah.
Matt has his own house with his boy and his fish hobby, and he works all the time.
Yeah.
And
He's
Matt
got a
is currently
1,000-gallon aquarium. That's not.
he's
set up
currently
before.
looking for
Walk him down.
a girlfriend. Just message Matt at mattsmonsterfish.com or on Facebook, Matt's Monster Fish, or on YouTube, Matt's Monster Fish.
Come on down to the Ohio Fish dating service, as someone said in the comments.
Electric eels, no. We've never had any electric eels, can be asked. I don't like electricity, and I'm always have my hands in the water, and it really upsets me. You notice I've not swore this whole time. I almost swore right there. It really upsets me when I stick my hand in a tank and I'm barefoot and on wet ground and I get zapped. So I do not want an electric eel for that purpose, because I would forget. I'd stick my hands in to rearrange something and I'd get jolted.
Alrighty, GWS chimed back in and said, "Can you repeat the name of the medication? Sorry, didn't quite catch it. Microbe lift, broad spectrum disease treatment." And you can get it in mass quantity for, a decent price. So, here we're all about helping out our fellow, aquarists. We don't, keep the secrets to ourselves. If we find a good medication, we want to share it to help all of you guys out.
Exactly. Aren't you scared that fish bite your nuts when the big bull's sitting? No, that's never happened. Ohio Singles Rescue.
Do you build your own stands? 99.9% of the time we build
All
our
wood
own
ones?
stands.
Yes.
But this one stand, he offered to donate, and he was going to weld together metal, so we said yes.
Of course. Powderworm says, "Big Rich is the wingman of the century." Matt.
Will a spotted gar eat all the bass in a farm pond? I don't think so. They will try and prey on the smaller fish. If they can fit it in their mouth, they will eat it. Simple as that. You guys are great. I wonder what's the most expensive fish there. I would have to say between the platinum red-tailed cat and the platinum alligator gars. And the albino stingrays.
Okay, yeah, I agree with all three of them.
They're all
And then-
albinos and platinums.
Next in line would be the high quality black diamond stingrays we have.
Correct.
What times are we open this weekend? This weekend we are here all weekend. We've scheduled nothing. Tours are all weekend. Come by. If you need the address, text me, message me, whatever. This weekend is open for all of our fans. Come on by and tour.
You heard that. Hit them up, ladies.
I've got a wife. Stop it. It's Matt that needs hit up. Men, look at Matt.
Are you getting a new puppy dog?
Yes, we're looking for a Irish Wolfhound. When I was a younger boy, my mom married this guy, Ken. What? Oh, and he had an Irish Wolfhound named Kiera. This was the biggest dog, bigger than our big Great Dane, and our Great Dane was bigger than most Great Danes. And I can't wait to be able to find one. So we're looking for a larger size Irish Wolfhound. We need to see the parents. We'll buy the baby, but we need to see the parents. Make sure they're not, because every breed has difference, and you can get smaller Great Danes, skinny Great Danes, big hefty Great Danes. You got to see the parents, and I want a huge Irish Wolfhound. That's the next dog we're getting.
All right, someone chimed in and said, could you recommend a good sized fish for a 6 by 4 by 18, 6 foot by 4 foot by 18-inch tank? Don't want a monster, but would like 2 to 4 to fill the tank. UK viewer. So you could get a smaller stingray, like
you can
reticulated.
spread that out. You've got bottom dwellers, mid dwellers, and top dwellers. Mm-hmm. You can get an arowana for the top, clown knives for the mid, and then
Thank
stingrays
you.
for the bottom, or even a Niger cat or a
Niger would get too big. They'd get about 4
6
foot.
by 4?
Yeah, if you have a 4 foot.
But that would
Niger
take
there,
20 years for it to get that big, which they can call us.
they're in UK.
Oh, you can't call us. I'm sorry.
Well, you can. It would just be really, really expensive to get it here. But yes, you can go with smaller stingrays. I wouldn't go for silver arowana because they do get big, but you can go with Giardini and Liachardi. They're, just as good. But UK, you might be able to have Asian arrows.
Josh,
What?
Jose Javiaro says, do fish fart? Real question.
Yeah.
That just caught him off guard.
Brandon Seymour, thank you for the $2 super chat.
Thank you, Brandon.
I don't know what that said, but it was inappropriate. Thanks, Matt.
Yep. Got your bag.
Santa could use a Jack and Coke. He's over here begging, isn't he? Big Rich would want an Irish Wolfhound. House real big, belly real big, rims real big, pockets real big, everything real big. Manny Fresh quote. LOL Midnight Club soundtrack.
For all you OGs. Absolutely great live scene, great entertainment. Thank you, Chad.
I've only got a 40-gallon and I can't get any cool fish, question mark. That is an absolute lie. You can get awesome fish. There are awesome community fish. You can even go with smaller pygmy wolf fish that are predators. If you want a predator tank, you can go with roseline sharks. They get a nice color. There are plenty of smaller community fish and shrimps.
No, they need to get the Candiro fish. That's got a bad name. They fill their tank up with Candiro fish. They're the ones that swim up your hoo-ha. They have the barbs out their neck. Nobody wants them.
Fish Football Dollars just chimed in with a $10 super chat. He said, shout out to Curtis and Bedford S&T team. You guys are awesome. How the hell aren't you guys at 1 million subscribers already today?
Who's Curtis and Bedford? And
Well, I think he did the shout out for them to hear him heard, and then he asked the question,
how
how are
gotcha.
you guys not at 1 million subscribers a day? Well, I might be
asked
able
the
to
same
answer
question.
that. If our viewers, say if we have 50,000 now, if our viewers shared and got us one more subscriber, that would make us at 100,000. Then if we had all 100,000 share again, get us one more, we could quadruple overnight. But
And cover the cost of feeding all these fish, paying for the electric, paying for the gas, paying for the water and the sewer, and the food. It would be great. So you guys, if you can share to anybody else, any other, share it on your page, share it everywhere, and it would help us out. And we need to grow. People just haven't heard of us is the problem. We have good content. I believe in our content and our things, even our lame videos, which are daily, work around the rescue, is interesting. So we do the rescue videos, and we've got a lot of good content. We just haven't been heard yet. People don't know of us. So the more people you share to, the more people we can get out to, and more subscribers, and it would definitely help us out. I appreciate it.
So we got someone that chimed in, said it would be animal abuse not to share the channel. Think about it.
Right?
Liam Nathini said, is Matt guest starring tonight because of the moderator issues with fake Matt 2 weeks ago? This is the real Matt.
Yeah.
No, he's up here. He's
Yep.
getting his came in. He's came to have a little fun tonight. So, and Rich is trying so hard not to swear.
I am doing a good job. I really am. I am so hard.
Don't toot
not
your
swearing.
own horn.
But I am doing a good job.
But the people are noticing.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
That was Mr. B's, one of our moderators.
Oh, okay. Yes, Mr. B, I am trying so hard not to swear. Well, you got to understand, being that I do all these fish shows and, I'm signing autographs and going all over the country at these different fish clubs.
Gold star for Big Race.
Thank you, Adele.
I'm becoming a public entity type thing, so I can't have children watching me and then seeing me as I want to be like Big Rich, and then I'm over there cussing up a storm. So I owe it to my viewers not to swear and be a better role model. So I will do that. I'm not even trying to pretend on screen. I'm trying to change it even in my personal life. So, friends come over, I'm not swearing in front of them. I'm trying very hard to change that whole situation.
So someone asked, what is the smallest tank you have at the rescue? Well, that is
5
a
gallons.
dual. That we have smaller. We have quarter-gallon wallfish
we
tanks
do.
out there, but we don't have
No
fish
fish in them.
We have small, 3. It's a waterfall for betas. Each one's, a quarter gallon. We don't have no fish in it. It's cool to see it run, but no fish. The smallest tank we actually have fish in, I think, is those would have to
3 tiers.
be the 30-gallon 3 tiers.
Yeah.
But we did have a beta in a 5-gallon tank. Now I took the beta to work. He's in a 7.5-gallon cube on my desk at work. We are all only missing Tracy. You guys are getting little comments from her behind the camera. All
Hi,
right.
everybody.
I watch you guys daily. You guys are some cool cats that do great things. Well, thank you. Do you know how many fish you have at the rescue approximately? Well, we have about 300 guppies. We have about,
In the
400.
1,000-gallon tank, there's at least 100 there.
We have 400. There's not 100 fish in there.
Yes, there is.
Thank
I
you,
will bet you there's
Adele.
less than 50.
Oh, it's a bet.
What is the
Hey,
wager
Jason.
here, guys?
You owe me a steak dinner if we're closer to 100, and I owe you what if we're closer to 50? I'll stop bringing up that you're single on the internet.
That'll work. But to count them, it'll be a big feat. We got Ryan Walter just chimed in with a $10 super chat. He said, I'm a big fan. Hope to see you guys at Aquashella 2020 in Chicago. Stay fishy.
Yes,
Well,
we
thank
will
you.
be there.
And we thank you for the $10 super chat.
Yes, sir.
And I actually think this year I'm not just going to send him by himself.
Like you did last year?
I'm actually going to bless you guys with my presence.
We're also going to Chicago Aquashella. Matt went there last year by himself, and it was a big hit. So we're going to Aquashella in Chicago with Matt, and then we're going to Dallas Aquashella with Matt, and then Chicago Aquashella. Matt's going with us up there.
We've got Chance for Team Tracy over here, so we just want to get her in the video. Maybe she can answer a few questions. You guys love her.
Hi, everybody.
You gotta stand up. You're down here by my elbow. No one can see you. Okay.
Someone just wanted to say hi to Big Rich's son. I do have a name. My name is Josh, but hello to you as well.
Tracy has you whipped, doesn't she, Big Rich?
No, I don't.
The day I'm whipped is the day I die. I am uncontrollable.
That is true.
But have never cheated, have never lied in 33 years of knowing her, have never faltered or left my family or nothing. I have been there. I am the rock of this family. I take care of everything.
He's a good man.
Someone just chimed in and said they need tea, Tracy. Actually, we are coming into the end of the show here, so we might go on a few more minutes, but
Okay.
I have to stick to the guns. I have to, play the cards by
Well,
the
we're
book.
so early. We're not bothering Lucas Brent's show, which after the show, you all got to go over to Lucas at 9:30.
I've got fish acclimating. I've got stuff to do.
You got plants sitting out there. We got to go in. Thank you all for mailing in the plants. We have gotten boxes of plants in the last 3 days, and we have to go out there and we're doing a bleach dip for the plants.
I will showcase a video on that to show you guys how we do
How to
bleach
do it.
dip the plants.
To keep any of the colonize worms,
Parasites,
yeah,
sort of
anything
disease.
that comes in on plants, we don't want it in our system. So he's gonna make a video of that for you.
Tracy, what is your favorite fish?
Really, Matt, you're gonna let this come through?
I have to
Watch.
say,
See, look,
Brutus.
it won't. It's
They're
pausing me
viral.
up. I can't take an action. I'm
And
trying to take
then
an
I
action.
would have
on
to
it.
say
It won't. So if you can
my
get it for me,
turtles.
I'm gonna do it.
that'd be good.
All right.
Put user
how-
in timeout
See how it's
and
jamming
remove.
me up?
I'm gonna mail you a pitcher plant for the pool room. I don't know what that is, but you are more than welcome to. You can email him or myself at bigrich@ohiofishrescue.com or Joshua@ohiofishrescue.com. That's Joshua with a Joshawa, because someone spelled
Didn't know
it
how to
wrong.
spell.
Hey, I'm different.
She's in the hospital. They're like, "How do you spell Joshua?" And I named him Joshua, a nice biblical name.
Hey, I do have to say.
And now they asked her in there, "How do you spell Joshua?" And she goes, "I don't know, Joshua."
And none of the nurses even knew how to spell it either.
So now it's Joshawa. Oh my goodness. Okay, someone says something about me being a Florida guy. I forget. I can't see where it's at. But yes, when my dad threw me out when I was 15, I drove a Honda 125, which was my motorcycle I had at the time. I found it in the garbage. I got it running, and it was my bike. I drove it. Didn't have a title for it or nothing. And it's only got a 1-gallon gas tank. I drove that to Florida where I thought my grandmother would take me in. And, you know, it's a 1-gallon gas tank makes you go 50 miles on a motorcycle. I had to pull over and wait till nighttime and then siphon gas every single night until I made it to Florida 2.5 weeks later, where I get there and my grandmother wouldn't take me in. So I lived under a bridge in the Florida Intercoastal in Delray Beach, Florida, and someone stole my motorcycle. So I worked at Work World, which was a temp agency. I think it was 2 weeks until they wouldn't let me work there no more because I didn't have an ID. And then I'd go over to another temp agency, and I worked myself up into a efficiency. Then I worked myself up into an apartment. Then I came back to Ohio and swore I'd never be homeless, or my children would never be homeless.
So they said we spoke over Tracy's answer of what's your favorite fish. You want to repeat that?
Brutus the Arapaima, and then the next would be the Flat River turtles.
Oh, you like the turtles more than your koi?
Well, my core, my babies. I mean, they're
Then those would be your favorite.
That would be your favorite.
okay. There you go. My koi.
Your favorite's what I say it is.
Alrighty, let's get them last minute questions in, guys. What do you guys get the fish for Christmas? Presents? We feed them more. We feed them extra feedings and
table scraps and stuff they normally wouldn't get.
like vegetables and fruits, not pizza and spaghetti.
Right, of course. The Pacu love the fruits and nuts, and it's you get a whole bunch of different things.
The Pacu love.
Oh, that was Bree Rodriguez that asked me about being a Florida man.
Alrighty, guys. So we are getting to the end of the show. We do have to say goodbye, and we hope you guys tune in next week for our Stay Fishy Friday. I think that name's gonna stick. I hope you like it.
I like it. I also liked, Fun Fridays with OFR, but Stay Fishy Fridays is good. But remember, later on tonight, you got Lucas Brents. Got to go over to his channel. Great guy, great channel. I'll be there. I'm one of his moderators. Let's spread the cheer here tonight, guys.
All right, last one. We got Jeff Beatty chimed in last minute with a $5 super chat. He said, "How big fan a common Placo get?" I'm guessing. How big can a common Placo get? They can get about 24 inches. That's speaking out of experience, but that takes a long time. So
It does take a long time.
I hope that answered your question. And we are signing out for the night, guys.
Well, hold up. Love you guys. Happy holidays. Get your Christmas in order and enjoy life, guys. Take care. We love you.
And as always, stay
Stay fishy,
fishy.
my friends.